sit together. And I was super shy as a kid, so this was like the scariest thing that could possibly happen. And I sat alone in the Arbor Theater, and there was an older couple that sat with me, and they could tell I was terrified, this little Indian kid like sitting there. And they were so sweet, they went and bought me popcorn, and I was like astonished that they even thought of me, and I was sitting there with popcorn, and then the lights went down, and the mountain came up for the Paramount logo, and Raiders of the Lost Ark played, and it was, I mean, religion, you know? It was just like something happened, like an electric bolt went through me, and I was changed, and didn't know you could feel those feelings. And that was, you know, there's so many. I was just thinking this morning, I mean, I can remember everything. I saw Ghostbusters in the King and Prussia Theater that no longer exists. I saw, you know, Empire of the Sun in the City Line Theater, which doesn't exist. And I was thinking, I thought of a funny one, which was, I got in high school, I got into film, right? And I was like trying to convince all my friends in high school to, you know, hey, let's watch art films. And I was trying to get, I was like getting into art films, and I convinced one of my good friends, David, who, I was like, just come here, we'll come to my house, we're gonna watch an art film. And it was My Beautiful Laundrette. And I didn't really know much about this movie, I just knew it was supposed to be a great movie. So I was like really, you know, like, oh, I watch art films, and so cool. And so can you just imagine this, I'm on my couch with one of my best friends who's white, and the movie is about a white man played by Daniel Day-Lewis kind of admitting he's in love with an Indian man, and they start to make love. And we're about 16, so you can imagine the social breath that we have as 16-year-olds, male 16-year-olds in high school. And we're sitting there, and as I realize what the movie's about, and he realizes what the movie's about, I'm wondering if he thinks I'm trying to tell him something. And we kind of look at each other, and I'm like, I honestly didn't even know what this was about. And it was it was an incredible moment. I love the film, by the way. And there's just so many wonderful memories. I remember seeing Fatal Attraction at the Ardmore Theater, which doesn't exist anymore. And the whole class went. We were in high school, and the whole class went. It was packed, and people weren't quite so PC back then, so all the people sat in the aisles because it was sold out, and they just kept selling tickets, and everyone sat where the stairs were. Obviously, fire code violations, not nobody would do that stuff, but it was packed, and you could feel the energy in the room. And I remember watching the movie with my high school friends, and it was screaming and laughing, and it was like, you know, now when you see like an NBA game and they have a slam dunk competition, and everybody's like holding each other and screaming. That was what was happening in the movie theater while we were watching The Fatal Attraction. And the movie finished, and these girls from my high school leaned over, and they looked at me, and they said, you need to make movies like that. And I had two reactions. One was, wow, these girls know what I like. This is pretty impressive. You know, being an only Indian kid in the high school was like, you know, I was like, wow, these girls even know I'm a filmmaker. And then the other thing, I was like, they're damn right. That was amazing. I want to experience that myself, tell stories like that. There's been so many memories for me that